things out, like the not proper things.
Okay, so I'll leave that in, that's what you just said.
No.
Oh, edit that out.
Yes.
Oh. Absolutely freezing last night for this time of year. Once it warms up a bit, we'll have some breakfast and go check around the area. The weather said it was 2 degrees last night, which is pretty cold for these coastal areas. Starting to warm up a bit now. Pebbly Beach is called Pebbly Beach because you got pebbles instead of sand all along the beach, so the whole beach is just these little pebbles. It's just kind of, Pebbly Beach is kind of like a little bay all along here, and then back off the beach you have all the campsites in the trees, mostly grass. There's heaps of spots. It's 4-wheel drive access only. You have to drive along a sand beach to get here, and then you have to make that saltwater crossing, which is obviously best done at low tide, depending on how much salt water you want to subject your car to. At low tide, we were there at low tide yesterday. It was real low tide, it was 0.2. And it was still like maybe about that much of salt water you had to go through. Camp here, there's a ranger on site. He camps just over there. He's got a big tarp set up. Last night it cost us $12 for me and $6 for Kai. There seems to be a different national park person doing it now. Rob did it here for about 15 years. The guy said Rob still does it a bit, but maybe they do it, take turns now, I'm not sure. Rob was here for about 15 years, and last time we were here, this is our 3rd time here. Last time we were here, he said he'd rescued 120 vehicles from that saltwater crossing. Winter's the perfect time for these places, I reckon. It's pretty cold at night at the moment. It's normally not this cold at night, but at night, you know, you got those nice cool nights, get a fire going. And then during the day, once it warms up, it's perfect temperature. And you come in summer, it's just so hot during the day. You can climb up this sand dune behind the camp, get a pretty good view out over the whole area. There's Pebbly's. That's the camping area. It starts down over here, stretches all the way. We're right up the other end up there. Fair bit of swell today. The ranger said there was only like 2 or 3 campers here during the week, and then come weekend it picks up quite a bit. You know, the area's maybe a quarter full. There's still heaps of room here. You're dead.
Oh, I'm doing that again.
This is the old crossing here, the old way up into the campground that got closed. You just come down the track and you come straight up it, but it was a bit deep there, but people sort of still went through that bit. Or you could drive down the creek there where it was shallow and then come back up along here and up and out. But I've closed it now, and now you have to go right all the way back down to the end over there. When you come to Pebbly's, if you don't want to make this saltwater crossing, you've got the option of Station Creek, which is back on the other side. So you go back up the beach, back up the track where the turn off to Pebbly's is, and then you've got the Station Creek campground up there, which is only about half a K up along this river there. But you have to go right around to get to it.
Oh, never wash your feet in this area.
Step 1, don't get bogged.
Step 2, don't wash your feet in this area. This is you should have told me this was it. I'm stuck.
This water's super clear.
Yeah.
Is it fresh or salt?
Salt.
Drink it and see.
No, you drink it.
I had the option of leaving now or getting up at 4:35 in the morning and getting out on low tide because I didn't want to be here a whole nother day again. So we decided we're just going to leave this afternoon, head back over the other side, maybe stay at Station Creek tonight. Hey Kai, we left our thongs just over there.
What?
Better go get them.
And you're gonna go get yours. So last that's a bit long.
You want to go as slow as you can across this creek. You're not going to get stuck in it. It's not about speed. That way you're not flicking any water up underneath your car. That way most just stays onto your tyres. We're camped at Station Creek tonight. It was heaps easier just to come back across this afternoon rather than get up at 4:30 in the morning, pack up camp and come across in the dark. Still a nice spot here. You're back from the beach. It's actually kind of nice being back away from the beach noise and wind. It's a bit more peaceful here. And then tomorrow we're going to head north from here through the national park up towards Mini Waters. We're right near the woodpile, so we're going to keep this fire going nice and warm tonight. So we'll be in for another cold
compared
night.
to all that.
We've just come back out of the Yuraygir National Park, back out of that area, out into the state forest here, and just having a bit of explore on some of these tracks, see what we can find. There isn't too many hills out here. It's generally a pretty flat, low-lying area. Because of that, all we seemed to find was lots of ruts and lots of mud. The further we ventured into this state forest, all we seemed to find was more and more mud. We hadn't had any rain for a few days, but being winter, it just takes so long for these grounds to dry up. And under the surface is just so slippery out here. Coming along one of these tracks, I found myself a little bit caught out on a nasty hill climb with thick red clay and mud. This was one of those situations where you really did need some momentum to get over this hill. I wasn't completely stuck, as I could still move my car back and forwards. I managed to be able to reverse back down to the bottom and then really give it some momentum to get all the way up to the top. After that, I was pretty keen to get out of this area before I really clogged my cart with mud and ended up getting stuck somewhere. Yeah. What do you reckon about it? Pretty cool.
Hi.
This statue is on the way out of the Yuraygir National Park, out on the way to the Pacific Highway. It's off Yellow Cutting Road, it's called. It's an old bush statue built here by a man. He was a forestry worker out here and he built this statue. We found it a couple of years ago. The ranger at Pebbly Beach told us about it and drew us a little map. We came out and checked it out. I thought we'd come for another look today. The statue was built in 1957. The base was constructed of car and truck axles driven into the ground and supported hundreds of bottles covered with chicken wire and rendered with cement. The statue has outstanding cultural and aesthetic values and has a strong association with life and work in local communities. Jonas shaved off his mighty black beard and glued it to the statue. The beard remained for the next 2 decades. Look at all the keys on it.
Yeah, I know. Wait, what? Yeah, that's a lot of keys.
There's a lot of keys.
Why's the design with keys?
And there's some more keys down here.
Yeah, I noticed them. I noticed them before.
Look how muddy you made our car on all those muddy tracks back there.
I didn't do it.
What a mess.
I didn't do it.
We left our camp at Station Creek this morning. We came out, we explored this state forest here. I don't know if you can get through there. I'm not sure, I haven't really tried. I have a feeling you have to cross the Wooli River, which is salt water. We came back out here around here at this statue. We're going to make our way through this road up here and into Diggers Camp, somewhere here, Wooli, Mini Waters, somewhere for the night tonight. After about a 17-point turn to get around a tree across the road and a little bit of wood collection, we started heading towards the Coast Range Road, which will take us into Wooli. Wood collection for camp for the next couple of nights. When I see these logs that are dead and over the track, they're the ones I normally try and get for wood. They're only in the way anyway. Coast Range Road is a nice easy bush drive, nothing hard at all. You can pretty much do it in 2-wheel drive the whole way. But it's great because you can get through the bush to Wooli without having to go all the way back out to the highway. We came out of the bush on that Coast Range Road, came out onto Wooli Road. Then we just stopped here at Lake Hathaway, I think it is, High Hathaway, for some lunch. Just on the way into Mini Water on this Diggers Camp Road. Met up with Dad and Carol over there. They're on their way back from a holiday up north, so we're going to meet up with them for a night or two. We're going to go check out Diggers Camp, and then I think there's a track down onto Wooli Beach. We're going to drive up the beach up to Wooli Breakwell. This is only a short track, but it's a great drive and brings you down onto the northern end of Wooli Beach. Being a one-man camera crew can sometimes be a little bit challenging. Here I was setting up the tripod, flying the drone, 4-wheel driving and talking to Dad all at the same time. Because it's a low-lying swamp area through here, this track holds a fair bit of water if you've had any rain in recent times. You do get a few deep holes along here. We found they all had hard bottoms, and there was never a concern of getting stuck. The Yuraygir National Park is such an awesome area. Great variety of terrain, tracks, campsites, beaches. So many things to see and do. At the end of this track, you come up onto Wooli Beach. That was a fun little drive through the dunes, that one. You go through all those water crossings that run out of that swamp back up there. Nice little track. It was good. I was able to wash some of that red mud off my car as well. My brakes and everything were jam-packed full of red mud from this morning. This is Wooli Beach. Wooli Township's up the other end up there. We're going to drive up along the beach now up to the other end. This is where the afternoon got a little bit interesting and I had some mechanical problems with the car. I'd given it a fair workout today, going hard up some of those mud hills. As I was coming back to collect the camera, you can hear a bang on the microphone. The car lost a whole lot of power real quick and an engine light came on.
Too small.